Hey there, and welcome. Let me ask you something. Have you ever clicked on an article, a sales page, or even a LinkedIn post, and within 2 sentences you just knew a robot wrote this? It's that weird stiffness, the same handful of fancy words, and the feeling that the text isn't really talking to you. It's just assembling information. You're not imagining it. There are dead giveaways, patterns so predictable you'd swear there's a template, and they're absolutely killing legitimacy and reader trust. I'm going to break those patterns down for you today, the exact words and structures that scream AI generated, and then show you how to avoid them so your writing sounds human, trustworthy, and actually interesting. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll never look at a piece of text the same way again, and you'll know exactly how to fix it. Alright, let's jump straight into the first dead giveaway, the words. AI writing is a vocabulary fingerprint that is painfully easy to spot once you know what to look for. Think about how many times you've seen a post that begins with, "in the ever-evolving digital landscape." I mean, it's almost a meme at this point. If I had a rant for every time a bot typed, delve, tapestry, moreover, furthermore, I'd be relaxing on a beach right now. Now, these words are not bad by themselves. The problem is frequency and placement. A real human might use "furthermore" once in a 2,000-word essay and still feel a bit formal. A bot sprinkles it like salt on chips. And then you get sentences like, "Furthermore, it is crucial to delve into the multifaceted nuances of the topic to foster a comprehensive understanding." Nobody speaks like that over coffee. And because nobody speaks like that, your reader trust alarm starts ringing. They sense the content was assembled, not communicated. The moment that alarm goes off, your credibility takes a knock, and the back button becomes very attractive. The fix starts with a simple audit. Search your draft for delve, furthermore, moreover, consequently, thus, and the phrase "it is important to." If you find more than one or two in a short piece, replace them with plain everyday connectors. Use "so" instead of "therefore." Use "also" instead of "moreover." Drop the fancy transitions completely and just make your next sentence flow naturally. You'll immediately sound more like a person and less like a dictionary swallowed a circuit board. Now, pattern number 2 runs a little deeper than word choice. It's about the skeleton of the writing. AI loves balanced, predictable sentence structures. You'll see a string of sentences that all follow the exact same rhythm. Something like, "this strategy is effective. It increases engagement. It drives conversion. It builds loyalty." Do you feel that?
Fatality.
There's no variation, no surprise, just like a metronome that eventually puts your brain to sleep. These perfectly parallel, same length lines make the text feel clinical. When everything is evenly measured, the reader's subconscious picks up on the lack of a real human voice. True human writing is a bit messier. We write a short, punchy sentence. Then we might stretch out with a longer one that takes its time, adds a little detail, and lands softly. See? The rhythm changes. And that change keeps the brain engaged and signals there's a thinking, breathing person behind the words. To break the robot rhythm, read your draft out loud. Yes, out loud. Your ear will catch the monotony faster than your eyes. If you notice 3 sentences in a row that have the same length or the same opening word, shake it up. Cut one short. Combine two with a simple "and" or "but." Front load an idea. Instead of "this is beneficial because it saves time," try "saves time. That's the real benefit." A little bit of irregularity goes a long way to sounding human. Now, the third giveaway is often the most overlooked. Zero human flavor. AI text tends to be safe, generic, and weirdly afraid of taking a stance. It gives you balanced overviews, lists of benefits without a single personal anecdote, and conclusions that feel like they were written by a committee that's terrified of offending anyone. Some may argue that this approach has merit, while others may disagree. What does that even say? Nothing. And readers can smell the absence of a real opinion from a mile away. Real human writing has texture. It includes little stories, personal failures, dry humor, and occasionally a strong opinion that might even be a bit divisive. Think about the people you enjoy reading. They don't sound like an encyclopedia. They sound like an interesting friend who happens to know a lot, When your text is stripped of personality, you lose relatability. And when you lose relatability, trust evaporates. The antidote is to inject what I call micro moments of you. When you state a fact, add a one-line reaction. When I first tried this, I messed it up completely. Or, this next part is my favorite, honestly. Use contractions relentlessly. Don't write, do not. Write, don't. Throw in a colloquial expression that feels natural to how people speak where you come from. If you're South African, saying something gave me a skrik, or that you'll make a plan, immediately adds that human fingerprint. The goal isn't to be unprofessional, it's to be real. And real is what builds legitimate connection. Now, you might be wondering, alright, but do readers actually notice these patterns? Or is this just a writing thing? They notice. Human beings are wired to detect inauthenticity. It's a survival mechanism. We trust what feels genuine and instinctively reject what feels manufactured. When your blog post, email, or landing page reads like a bot compiled it, several things happen very quickly. First, the reader's attention detaches. There's no human to bond with, so they scan instead of read. Second, perceived expertise drops. If you can't even be bothered to put a human voice behind your ideas, why should they trust the advice? And third, in a world where AI content is flooding every platform, standing out as a robotic voice makes you invisible at best and suspicious at worst. For businesses and creators, this is a quiet conversion killer. You can have the best offer in the world, but if the words feel fake, people won't stick around long enough to appreciate it. Legitimacy isn't just about facts. It's about the feeling that a credible person is sharing them. Their trust leaks, and everyone you leave unfixed is costing you authority. Alright, so how do you fix this consistently without spending hours sweating over every sentence? I've given you some tactical fixes already, but let's put it all together into a repeatable process. Step 1. After you get a draft from AI, step away for at least 10 minutes. Come back with fresh eyes and read it like a skeptical stranger. Highlight anywhere your brain goes. Nobody talks like that. Step 2. Do a targeted search and destroy mission for the robotic words we talked about. Replace them with simple language. Step 3. Vary your sentence length. Make at least one sentence in every paragraph extremely short. That creates rhythm. Step 4. Layer in your voice. Add a short story, a hot take, or even a small joke. Ask yourself, would I say this to a friend over a call? If the answer is no, rewrite it. Step 5. Read it aloud. I know I've said this, but it's non-negotiable. Your mouth will stumble over stiff phrasing, and when it stumbles, you know you've found a robot relic. Now, sometimes you look at all that and think, this is a lot of work, and I've got a deadline. That's completely fair, and you don't have to do it alone. The real shortcut to legitimacy is getting an expert, human touch. And that's where a service that specializes in exactly this becomes a game changer. So, let me leave you with a thought. Right now, you've got two paths. One path is to keep publishing text that has those subtle robotic giveaways, words like furthermore, tapestry, delve, flat rhythm, no soul, and watch your audience quietly lose trust, scroll past, and never convert. And that path costs you more than just clicks. It costs your reputation. The other path is to make sure everything you put out there sounds like a real human speaking with warmth, credibility, and the kind of natural flow that makes people lean in, not tune out. And here's the part that makes that second path ridiculously easy. Imagine taking your AI draft, the one that's informative but still sounds a bit off, and handing it off to someone who knows exactly how to inject personality, vary the rhythm, and scrub away every robotic trace. In a short time, you get back content that's polished, genuine, and ready to build real trust with your readers. You don't have to learn all the nuances overnight, and you don't have to burn hours editing. You just get the outcome, content people actually want to read. And that is exactly what Hunzuka does, transforming AI-generated text into authentic, human-sounding communication that maintains your voice and connects deeply with your audience. And getting started is about as simple as it gets. Just visit the Hunzuka link I've placed in the description below. One click, and you can hand over that heavy lifting to experts who do this every day. No complicated process, no steep learning curve, just the fast track to content that earns trust and keeps people reading. So, if you're ready to stop losing credibility to robotic patterns and start sounding unmistakably human, go click that Hunzuka link now. It's your quickest move from this sounds off to this sounds like me. And before you go, if this video helps you spot those sneaky AI patterns, do me a favor. Tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It tells the platform you want more practical, straight talking content like this, and you won't miss the next one. And while you're at it, check out the video on screen right now. It's packed with another layer of this conversation that you're going to find useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.